Hi everyone. In this lesson, I'm going to explain about present perfect. So first of all, let me explain what is present perfect. We use present perfect to speak about the actions that started in the past, and we don't know when exactly they happened. So, for example, let's say it's started in the past, and then until now it is finished. Yes, so this is past simple. And this is, this is past simple, and then it's present perfect. Sorry. So it started in the past, and we don't know when exactly they happened. And then we use it when we speak about the actions that started in the past and continue up to the present. So you see the line, it started and continue up to the present time, but it's not continuing right now. Okay, we just here share the experiences with the result. Now let me explain the positive sentence of present perfect. Well, this is the structure of how to make sentence in positive form. Subject, and then we use have, has, and the verb ed or past participle for third person verb 3. Okay. In singular form, we need to write like this: I have lived in Europe. So you see here subject I, have, and then verb lived, and so on. In plural form, we have lived in Europe, you have lived in Europe, and so on. The short form of how to write in a short form. So, for example, this sentence with this pronouns I, we, you, they have lived. We can write in short form. We're using the apostrophe like this: I've lived, you've lived, and so on. He, she, it has lived. He is lived. She is lived, and so on. Now, how do we make negative sentence in present perfect? So the same structure again: subject, have, has, and then not followed by has, have, has, and not, and then verb ed, past participle. So for example, I have not lived in Europe, you have not lived in Europe, they have not lived in Europe, and so on. And the short form of have not, we can write like haven't, and has not, we can write in short form hasn't. Okay. How do we make questions? So we talked about the positive, negative sentence, and now question forms. So the general question we form like this: have, has, and then subject, and past participle or verb 3 ed with ending ed. So in positive sentence, we put in the first place subject and then have, has, but in question we can replace it. Yes, we need to replace, of course. For example, singular form: have I bought a car? And we have to answer in short way: yes, you have. No, you haven't, and so on. So this is the plural form. For example, have we bought a car? Yes, you have. No, we haven't. No, you haven't, and so on. Of course, we have to use has with pronouns she, he, it. Okay, has we use only with he, she, it, and have we use all with all pronouns except of he, she, it. Okay. Special questions. So in if we have question words, we need to put before the have, has. So question word plus have, has plus a subject and plus past participle. For example, where have you bought this bike? I have bought this bike in the market, for example. Why has she read this book? Because, etc. and so on. Yeah. Well, we have regular and irregular verbs. In present perfect, we form past participle of regular verbs by adding ed to the verb. So there are the spelling rules to remember. So mostly we add d to the verbs ending in e. For example, smile, smiled. Yeah. We need to add ed to the verbs ending in vowel y. So for example, play, played, we just only add ed. And then we have to change Y into I and then add ed to the verbs ending in consonant Y. If it's consonant Y, we need to change Y into I like this and then add ed. Study, studied. But if it's vowel Y, we need to just only add ed. And then double the last letter, then add ed to most verbs ending in vowel, one vowel plus one consonant. For example, stop. So here you see O, it's vowel, one vowel, and then P is one consonant. So we need to add here ed, but we have to double the last letter. It is P. So stopped, yeah. What about irregular verbs? So some verbs are called irregular. They do not use ending ed in the second and third forms, but change in different ways. So here are some of the common verbs that you have to remember, of course. This in the first column you see the base form, it's infinitive, and then in the second column it's a past simple, and the third column is a past participle. For example, be, was, were, and been, buy, bought, come, came, come, do, did, done, drink, drunk, ate, eaten, find, found, get, got, give, gave, given, and so on. So you can just remember them like learning by heart. It's like a song, like you're singing a song, right? Okay. What time expressions do we use in present perfect? So in question and positive sentences, we use already, just, ever. So never is used in sentences instead of not. Okay, so we can use never, and in this case we don't use not. In question and negative sentence we use yet. Okay, for example, we put already between have, has, and past participle verb 3. For example, Elena has already came home. So you see here has, and then between has and verb 3 we have already. We put just between have, has and past participle. For example, Elena has just arrived. Already just has the same position. So we put ever between have, has, and past participle, verb 3 with ending ed. So for example, have you ever been to the USA? So we put between have, has, and then past participle, yeah? So subject as well. We put never between have, has, and past participle, verb 3, and then, for example, I have never been to the USA. Yeah. And then yet is used at the end of the sentence. For example, he hasn't cooked yet. It's negative sentence, and we put at the end of the sentence. So I hope it was clear, and you have to practice more, of course. Thank you for watching. Bye.